Good morning, Mr. Aiken. How are you today?
Oh, I'm very well. How about you?
He shook his hand, handing over his documents.
Still making experiments on this Ace boy, huh?
The guard filed up the data from the documents.
After 10 years of his imprisonment, and 8 since the treatment started, I wouldn't believe he was still valuable to the science.
Every subject is important. Besides, he was one of my first experiences since this project became official. I can't give up on him, just like they didn't give up on me.
Indeed, you are most certain an example. Well, here's your circulation card. Good luck.
The guard handed over the card to him, who picked it up and moved towards the inside of the high-security facility. After passing several security checks, he finally reached the solitary cell. One of the 2 guards that accompanied him opened the cell's door. Inside the 4 square meters was a man that was almost 30. Although the time spent in jail made him look 40, his hair had many white strands in his reddish hair, and he had deep dark circles under his wrinkled eyes. He was sitting, looking to nowhere.
Hello, Ace. How have you been since the last time we met?
Ace didn't reply nor even reacted. The other man sighed, a bit upset. He crossed the small room and stood in front of him.
You know you can talk to me, right? We're brothers after all.
You're not my brother.
You see, that kind of attitude doesn't allow me to help you. Some medication has been prescribed to help your hallucinations, but you need to let me help you. Why do you keep trying to run away?
You don't fucking know anything, Lael.
What don't I know? Ace?
I wouldn't even argue this with a brainwashed. But since I don't talk to someone in a while, I don't care anyway. I tried to make you come back to your senses several times in the past, but apparently they finally got better with it. That treatment you guys are applying to criminals is taking away the freedom they have by erasing all memories that made them who they are by a life experience, whether good or bad. Who are you to decide what's good and what's bad?
We do this in order to decrease criminal rates and violence around the world. Don't you agree that life would be better without wars?
Indeed. But what you're doing is just passing judgment on people and turn people into exemplar civilians that religions speak about. But human nature and instinct is naturally aggressive and self-centered. Did you really think that even if you cleanse up the world from the evil, sooner or later they won't stop collapsing? You don't even need to remove their memories and put some on, or do what they did to you and format you into someone that's no longer.
To be honest, I was already prepared to hear that coming from you. Unfortunately, I'm Lael Aiken, your brother. So even if you dislike me, that fact won't change.
Oh yeah? So tell me, why did you choose to become a detective?
Because I like to solve mysteries and help investigators to solve crimes. To contribute to the truth and to catch the real culprit.
The real Lael confessed to me he became a detective because he felt attracted to see to which lengths human cruelty could go. He felt excited by it. You know, he actually murdered a couple in a gruesomely yet symbolic and organized way, just because he couldn't resist anymore.
Ace scratched the back of his head, remembering the first case he saw that made him puke instantly, losing his composure.
He was brainwashed, of course. They didn't expect that impulse to happen, but since it was an impulse, they couldn't remove many memories. So they had me frame random criminals so the crime was solved and he wouldn't be guilty by it. CBI had to protect him that much because of our parents, but everyone else, including you, his best friend, was afraid of him. I guess he couldn't escape his instincts.
The man stood quiet, shaking his head, still disbelieved.
Oh, he also killed his own parents. I never had the guts to hurt anyone, even less someone I knew and were responsible for my education. Even less someone I knew and were responsible for my education, sort of caring. I took the blame once again, though, so he'd be spared and seen only as the co-author of a horrendous crime. The ones who slashed those guys' throats wasn't me either. It was one of your guys, so I took the blame. I can't believe they would even degrade my image by making up random sayings to the media. Oh, but you actually handed over that first information to the media so chaos would fall while we were gone. Sadly, we didn't go anywhere, and you were, well, cleansed.
That isn't true. I have to...
Take you to surgery as soon as possible? How did I know what you were gonna say? Well, pretty simple. It isn't the third time you're visiting me. It's actually the 92nd time you're here with the same awful broken speech. You actually think you're actually treating me, but I'm the one treating you. And every goddamn time you came here, managed to break you down so they have to fix you again. I feel sorry for you, and I think I'm going a little bit crazy having this speech all the time. Little frail puppet, I can end your suffering, but you have to ask me to do it, Julian.
You're insane. I'll be back to fix your behavior.
I'll be waiting for you again next month then.
Julian Gore opened his eyes widely and ran outside the cell. One of the guards accompanied Julian while the others stayed behind to punish Ace. As Julian passed the security and all procedures to leave the building, he ran towards the parking lot where his car was. He took an elevator to the second floor underground. He rubbed his forehead and took deep short breaths to catch his breath. He looked at the mirror. His black hair with already many white strands was around his shoulder, and around his green eyes were already too many wrinkles. He took another deep breath when the elevator's door opened and moved towards his car.
Sorry, Julian.
Before he could react, Julian's throat was slashed. His hands tried to stop the bleeding while he was coughing blood, trying to scream for help. He looked around and saw a woman in her mid-30s with a weird symbol on her forehead. Her expression was covered with sadness.
I couldn't bear seeing you like that and taking another person's identity. I respect you. That's why I'm giving you peace. Finally.
Julian Gore passed away minutes later. No one ever found out who she was, but her evolution was only starting.
Hello everyone, this is Kikka. I'm the one who wrote the story, I'm the one who put it together, but I would love to thank the amazing voice actors and actresses that helped me bring my characters aliveness in this case, and that allowed me to create an audiobook of my story, and it's just an amazing ride right now. It's been so long and it has been tough for everyone, I think, specifically because of this pandemic too, and because of my poor English skills. I really appreciate every effort that were made from them. So this is more of a thanks to them, but actually too thanks to the people that are watching. I would like to thank to the person that created the music for this video, for the intro video I mean, and well, I don't know what to say anymore but to say thank you. And well, maybe one day I'll do another, or maybe not, as I'm so tired right now, but thank you, really. I really want to thank you. And well, goodbye.